I'm not in my normal location. I know I'm outside, but I very much have to talk about this. This is incredibly important. I was just watching some tennis, enjoying the US Open, living my life, getting ready for football to start soon. I actually drafted fantasy yesterday, thinking all was good in the sports world. NBA doesn't start for a couple months. Football in a week and a half. Tennis Grand Slam now. That's all I'm concerned about. In addition with some soccer and some things like that. And then I opened Twitter on my walk just to get some coffee, and I hear that the Cowboys have traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. Are you serious? This is crazy considering that Dallas Sports just lost their guy, their future of basketball earlier this year, and they got rid of him. They traded away. Sorry, the car's loud. I'm on the middle of the street. Oh my goodness. Jerry Jones, you are an absolute idiot. For you to fan around, you went on Stephen A., you went on a bunch of podcasts, you went on your own radio show and said, Micah Parsons, we have you for at least 3 more years, making him feel like he was worth absolutely nothing. This is what you did. This is all on you. This is your fault. Your ego got in the way. Listen, I hate the Cowboys as much as you can be. I'm a Commanders fan. I'm from Northern VA, and that is my team, and I can't stand the Cowboys, so I'm actually happy. But I'm pissed for Micah. Micah's a good guy. He's a great player. He's the best edge rusher in the NFC still, and he was going to make splash plays for you. He was going to be the only piece of your defense. Now teams are going to absolutely bulldoze right through you because you lost Micah. Jerry, you and Nico Harrison both can rot in hell in Dallas-Fort Worth. I believe that every fan wants you to be gone in a heartbeat. So let me say some of the details of this trade. They traded him to the Green Bay Packers. Who wouldn't say yes to Micah Parsons? They gave up 2 first-round picks for Micah, which makes sense. That's the going rate for an edge rusher of his caliber, because the likelihood of one of those 2 first-round picks being as good as Micah Parsons is very, very slim, so you won. 4 years, $188 million, making him by far the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. TJ Watt earlier this year got 3 years, $123 million. Jamar Chase became the highest paid non-quarterback at the time, 4 years, $161 million. Micah obliterated those. He's going to be paid $47 million a year. He's getting paid quarterback money. And the Packers are like, yeah, we're going to do it. We don't care that we just paid Jordan Love. We don't care that we have a pretty good defense, one of the highest ranked defenses in the league. We're going all in. We're going to make splash plays, and we're going to get the guy, because that's what a serious organization does. That's what an organization that isn't held hostage by one man is doing. That's what an organization who isn't simply worried on one man's ego being fulfilled does. They make the big plays to go out and get the best players. But Jerry, you care so much about making this about yourself. You care so much about players taking a discount and doing things for you because it's such a joy and a privilege to wear the Dallas Cowboys star that I'm going to give you a discount. I want my money. You didn't pay me last year after I had been one of the best defensive players in the league. I won Defensive Rookie of the Year. I made a running for Defensive Player of the Year, won the division twice with you guys, had one of the best defenses in the league, won a playoff game, and this is how you reward me? This is how you want me. You didn't give me a contract last year. You stall me and don't give me a contract this year, and you talk bad about me everywhere. I'm going to smack you over the head. Not only am I going to become the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, I am going to set the barrier high. TJ Watt got 41. I'm not going to get 42, 43, 44. 45. I was expecting it to be 45. I think 4 years, 180 would have kept Micah in Dallas. They gave him 4 years, 188 in Green Bay because they valued him. Cowboys, you clearly didn't value him. Jerry, you value the Cowboys logo, the mantra, that status, more than you actually value Micah Parsons, who is an absolute stud. Sure, he's had injury issues. Sure, maybe he's had complications off the field. Sure, but think about something. Most of that is because of you. It is because of you. If you were just a normal owner who wasn't always in the limelight, who wasn't picking rosters, who wasn't the unofficial head coach, who wasn't the guy who only picks head coaches because he knows that they're going to be subservient to him, if you were just that, maybe Micah Parsons wouldn't be the player that he is off the court, off the field. You paid Dak Prescott, but you made Dak Prescott wait. You made Dak Prescott play out of the franchise tag. You're messing around with CD right now. I think CD got his money last year, but it took him long. It didn't take him meanly. It took him a while. Jerry Jones, you said badly that you want the Cowboys to win another Super Bowl. The only way that was ever going to happen is that you get out of the way. Do you want to know why the Patriots were so successful? It's not just because of Bill Belichick. It's not because of Tom Brady, even though that's like 85% of it. Another huge reason why was because that Robert Kraft did not care about who got the credit. That wasn't his main thing. He didn't care if I'm in the spotlight, it's my name, and it's me who holds the trophy at the end because it's going to be that anyway. He didn't care about that. He was just worried about winning another Super Bowl because I'm the owner. Who cares? Jerry wants the credit so bad. He wants his name to be associated with the Cowboys that desperately that he won't even allow Micah Parsons, the best edge rusher that you've had since DeMarcus Ware, at least, maybe even longer than that, to get his money when he wants it. And that's just disappointing. It's heart-wrenching as a guy who likes Micah Parsons, and I think he's a great player, and I think he's going to do very great things over in Green Bay as well. Now, what does this mean for the Packers? Domination. Absolute domination. I remember in 2022 when they drafted, after Georgia had that stunning 2021 defense, they drafted Devondre Wyatt and Quay Walker. They got rid of Jair Alexander, yes, but they still have those two guys. They still have Rashawn Gary. They still have dominance down low in the front seven. And now they added Micah Parsons. Oh my goodness, they're going to be getting after every team's quarterback. And I am very, very excited to see that and see where they go. I'm not fully certain what the Packers' front seven roster is, so I may be off on a couple players, but I know they still have Wyatt and Quay Walker for sure. Lo and behold, they're going to do damage. The Cowboys are going to be terrible on defense. They're going to become the new age Bengals because Micah Parsons was all that you had. But as a Commanders fan, I am so excited because the one worry I had with playing the Cowboys this season is that Micah Parsons could get to Jaden Daniels because he's that much of a hell wrecker. I don't have to worry about that right now. I am thrilled as a fan, but I am pissed as a fan of Micah Parsons. And I'm pissed as a guy who wants Jerry Jones to just get out of the way. I hate the Cowboys no matter what. But, bro, just get out of the way because at least I don't care about the Cowboys, but I care about the players. At least show the players some damn respect. Could you imagine if Clark Hunt was telling Andy Reid how to coach? Could you imagine if Clark Hunt got so in his way that he said we're going to trade George Karlaftis and Travis Kelce? Could you imagine the outcry in Kansas City? And could you imagine that they wouldn't have won at least one or two of those 3 Super Bowls? Obviously not. But Clark understands, hey, just get out of the way. Sure, my dad, Lamar, was a huge personality. I just watched the Chiefs, The Kingdom documentary. Sure, that was the case. But he also understood it's important for me to not make everything about myself and let the players play and let the coaches coach. Just hire the right people and sign your name on the dotted line at the bottom. But you have to make this about yourself so much that you're going to embarrass Micah publicly. I'm happy he left you guys. Not just as a fan, as a person, I'm happy he left y'all. Because y'all didn't treat him with any kind of respect. And that's bad. But hey, Jerry Jones, maybe this is the last straw. Maybe this is the last straw by delusional Cowboys fans who always think they're going to win the Super Bowl every year, by other owners who adore and respect Jerry Jones so much because of the NFL's revenue sharing model. We know that the Cowboys making more money actually benefits every other team in the NFL. That's why teams don't really care that much and don't mind at all that the Cowboys are so big and famous and rich. It's a little bit different in soccer, for instance, where Manchester United being as big as they are does not help Grimsby Town, who they just lost to, and that's a whole different issue. And maybe this is the last straw. Maybe Cowboys fans will publicly riot against Jerry Jones. Look, Jerry Jones can't be forced to sell a team unless he does something disgusting like Donald Sterling did with the Clippers, for instance, 10 years ago. But will the public outcry potentially be big enough that he feels like he's entitled to sell the team? Like he feels like I'm required, like I might as well sell the team because nobody likes me anymore. I don't think he'll sell his team. I think he'll just give it to Steven, his son. Let's be real. Steven and Jerry Jones Jr., and they'll control it. But will he fully step out of the picture? Will the public outcry be so large that eventually he'll step out of the picture? I hope so, because I don't want any other players to be treated like this. You may say treated like this, they're making millions of dollars. I don't feel sorry for them. That's fine. But put it to a relative scale. Let's say you were making a few $100,000 and your boss is publicly humiliating you and say, we have you under contract and you can talk to anybody else who you want, but I got you and you should be privileged to work at Morgan Stanley or Fortune magazine or Forbes or whichever company you're working at. You'd be pissed too if you put it at a relative scale, even if you're making more than enough money to suffice and live off yourself. Yeah, that's my 10-minute rant on it. Fuck Jerry Jones for many other reasons, but for this specifically, you have just embarrassed another star player. And if he's successful in Green Bay, it's all on you. It is all on you.